Hey guys, it's Nicola. So we're gonna do a little video today on shuffling cards. If you guys are watching this video, you should be aware that I'm a tarot reader. I have my own channel here on YouTube, Intimate Wisdom. Hey, how y'all doing? If you ain't subscribed, please go ahead. What we're gonna start with is a standard size deck of cards. I got the bicycle playing cards. I went and bought some from Walmart. So you guys, if you want to try these, you can. I also am going to teach you how to shuffle a regular size deck of tarot and a kind of large deck, and I got a Oracle Tarot or Angel Tarot, just so it can give me a bigger size card, so I can show you 3 different sizes that I'll be shuffling with today. But we're going to kind of get to understand what it is to shuffle cards, okay? When you shuffle cards, you need to understand that this is just paper. This is just paper. All of this is paper. It's printed in a factory. I don't care what cards you get, even your tarot cards. Before you put any attunement in them, before you put any of your energy in them, these are just cards. They're just pieces of paper, okay? So you need to detach from the actual cards and understand that the cards are only an extension of your abilities, okay? You as a human being, an entity on this earth, cannot control anything that is not already attached to you. And if something is attached to you, then you're in full control of it. So this is what you need to understand. Perfect metaphor for life. You can't control anything in life but that which is already attached to you. And anything that is attached to you, you can control. So when you're shuffling cards, that's the first thing I want you to get into your head. A lot of people want to control the cards. They want to keep a tight grip to make sure they don't go anywhere. Cards are dispensable. They're paper. Let them fly. That's what they're meant to do. They're meant to fall. They're meant to soar. They're meant to move. They're not meant to stay restricted. So the first thing you want to do when you're shuffling cards is loosen your grip. Just like in life, the first thing you want to do before taking on any new task or any new relationship, you want to loosen your grip. You don't want to hold on too tight. You want to do. Now, this is not a standard casino shuffle, guys. This is just me shuffling the cards in my hand. And if you guys would like a demonstration of that, I'll get closer so you can see. Like I'm telling you, freedom. You need freedom in order to shuffle these cards efficiently. You cannot hold on too tight to these cards. So when I put them in my hand, the only thing that I'm worried about controlling is my hand. Cards are just an extension of my hand. So when I put them in my hand, I'm just laying them. I'm not gripping them. I'm not holding too tight. I'm literally just laying them in my hand. I can move them around if I please. It may take some getting used to. So sometimes, guys sitting around, just start moving them in your hand. Get your hand used to the feeling of having cards in them. So once I get used to it, this is not a standard shuffle, but for those of you that like to shuffle in the air, this is an easy shuffle, especially with a standard size deck of playing cards. Like I shuffle all of my decks like this. I mixed my shuffles up just because in the casino I had to mix the shuffles up. So when I put them in my hand, like I said, there's a lot of ease within these cards. I'm not holding these cards tight. I'm not gripping them too tight. And when I pull up, I'm literally just releasing them mid-air, releasing them. The only thing that I control is these fingers, this finger, and possibly that finger. These are just holding, you feel me? That's the only thing that I'm worried about really is my thumb, gripping the cards when they come down. And I don't actually have to grip them. It's just, I can just let them fall. I grip them for my own security so that none fall like that. But mid-air, it's literally pulling up with these 2 fingers. And you're not gripping these cards hard either. I just, having a steady grip and a stern grip or a hard grip are 2 totally different things. So I have a steady grip with these cards, but they're movable. I can fluff them within I can fluff them. They're very movable. So I'm not necessarily gripping them hard. I'm not gripping them hard at all. That is the key. I'm sorry. I know I'm rambling on about shuffling the cards, but that is literally the key. You have to let go. You have to allow the cards to flow freely, just like you allow people to flow freely in your life. Y'all know I can't talk. But just like you allow people to flow freely in your life, you never hold on too tight to people. These cards are the same thing. So think of these cards as people. You can't hold on to anyone because everybody has their own mind. So when you're shuffling these cards, you're not holding on to any of them. You're letting them fall in place however they may. Okay, if they fall, oh well, you can pick them up. It's not totally lost if your deck falls out of your hand. So lose the fear surrounding shuffling cards, because literally that's the only thing that prevents people from properly shuffling their cards is the fear that they have around shuffling them. So lose the fear and just let them flow. And when you're shuffling in your hand, let them flow. Let them flow. If they fall, pick them up. Simple. Keep practicing this. The more you practice, the better you'll get at this. So the one thing that I did want to show you was a standard industry shuffle. So I'm going to move the camera down away from my face so you guys can see it. I'll try to move it in some just because I'm aware that I can't zoom it. I'm on my phone. But I'll put it down so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. So when we're doing a standard shuffle, and yes, I got long nails, but I had long nails when I was dealing in the casino. We're just going to put the deck in half like that. Now, the key to this is, and this is a slippery surface, so it's not going to really do the way I would like it to do. So I'm going to pull them up so that you can see. The key to this is to relax your hands. The key is to relax your hands. You're going to position your thumbs on the corners here of the cards, as you guys can see. Let me see if I can turn this light down. Okay, that's a little bit better. So, like I said, you're going to position your thumbs on the corners of the cards like this. A lot of people do this. Don't do that. I'm just doing this to show you where my thumbs are. But do not put your fingers right there, because all you're doing is applying more pressure to the cards. And like I'm telling you, if you don't give them enough room, they're not. I've been doing that for a long time, so that it doesn't count. But if you put too much pressure on the cards and you don't give them room to fall into place, they won't. And then when they do fall into place, if you try to push them together, they'll be too stiff to go in. It'll be like pushing against brick. So you want to give them freedom to move by letting them loose and letting them come in. If they fall, they fall. But the better you get at this, the less they'll fall. So you want to take your deck into two. And for those of you that can't do that mid-air, this is a very slippery table. You're just going to pull it up, cut it into two. Now you want to position your hands over the deck, and you're just going to breeze like you're shuffling a book. You know what I mean? You're going to move your cards like you're shuffling a book. Let me get the bigger cards so you guys can see, because I really want you to see. So these are the big right away. Maybe this will be a little bit better for you guys to see. When you take your deck, you're going to put it into two. Okay? Place your thumbs on the corners. You're going to keep your hands relaxed. Place your thumbs on the corner and like you're riffling a book. And then you're just going to politely push them in. Okay? And these are big cards, so they will take me a minute. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to do it again. When I shuffle these cards, because they are so big, I come in the air. Take it into two, and I go from the side and riffle them like a book. And that's all I do. I just go from the side and riffle them like a book. Sorry. So that's pretty much what I do. For those of you that want to shuffle like that, you can use this for this size deck, a regular playing card size deck. But if you want to riffle the cards, you're gonna break the deck in two. And for those of you that can't in the air, like break the deck in two. And then you're going to take it from the side if they're really big cards, and you're just going to riffle them like a book and push them in. Okay? One more time. Going to pull it to the side, mid-air. Doesn't have to be the same size or anything. You're just literally pulling apart the deck and pushing it and riffling it back together. Okay, so for those of you that can't shuffle that way, let's get a regular size tarot deck. You can go from the top of the deck, and you can riffle them like a book with one finger until you get halfway mark. And what you want to do when you do this, to keep your cards from being all different ways, you see how my deck is the right side up? When I shuffle them, when I riffle them with my thumb and I get half a deck, I grab it and put my thumb on the other edge, so that when it falls in, they fall into place whichever way that they are already set. So they're going to shuffle back in. All of them are right side up again. Any ones that I have in reverse were already in reverse. But again, to shuffle the deck and keep it in the right order way, like I said, you're going to go from the top and you're going to turn the deck over so that one side is the right way and one side is in reverse. And then you're going to riffle it together, and they'll all fall back into the deck the way they're supposed to. So again, take half the deck, flip them over, and riffle them like the pages of a book. Take the deck, riffle half, flip it over, and shuffle them like pages of a book. Okay? so. Then you're gonna cut. I do a 3 cut just because. And I always take my middle on top and cut like that. And then I just proceed to shuffle, or proceed to put the cards out. Now, people put cards out different ways. I always slide my underlying energy, and then I either lay my deck down, or I'm going to hold it in his hand and just feed it. But I usually want it to come from my left hand. I don't know why, it's just something that I do. Each reader has a different way of letting the cards out, or letting them be released from her suspension. I got a comment under one of my videos where this girl was like, isn't it wrong to shuffle your card? There's no wrong. Let me put this camera up here. There is no wrong way to shuffle your cards. Like I've said before, and I'm going to say again, your cards are an extension of yourself. There is no wrong or right way to shuffle your cards. If you want to shuffle your cards in the air, set as such, do that. If you want to put them on the table, if you're comfortable, shuffle them, my apologies. But if you're comfortable shuffling them on the table, however you need to, that's your decision, that's your choice. I just prefer to shuffle mine with a riffle, just because of prior experience with cards and my comfort level. Now, when I have a bigger deck, such as say for instance the angel deck or oracle decks, I like to come from the side and shuffle them down together. Now, some of my decks are smaller, so they won't riffle or fall into place down like that as they should. These I can still kind of come from the top. And like I told you guys, I'll show you again, when you come from the top, you're just riffling half the deck apart and flipping it, and then you're going to fall through with the shuffle. Or sometimes I'll literally do the put the pull and stuff. I don't know what you call it, pulling stuff. We're just gonna give it a name. But I'll now with these, you do want to put a little bit more tighter grip. You're gonna grip your cards according to your intuition. I'm gonna just put it like that, because I can pick up each deck of these cards and my hand is going to intuitively go to the strength or the necessary handle to have on the cards based on the size of the cards, the weight of the cards. These, I know, because they weigh a little bit more, I do have to apply a little bit more pressure in order to keep them together and do what I need to do. But because these are so light, I don't need a lot of pressure. Only that you handle these cards are probably going to be the way that you handle life. If you are too much in control of your life, you're going to try to be too much in control of the cards. You have to remember that the cards are an extension of your own abilities. So the thing that you should be most in control of is yourself when you are shuffling cards. Like I said at the beginning of this video, and I'm going to say again, I don't know if I'm going to edit it out or not, but your cards are only an extension of yourself. Within shuffling cards, as well as within life, you can't control anything that's not already an extension of yourself, period. So that's my tarot lesson on shuffling cards. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Until next time.